Hola a todos, welcome to Latina Living. We're about educating and empowering Latinas everywhere, so stay tuned. Watch us for the whole 30 minutes.
So as you know, last week we discussed Latinas in healthcare.
Actually,
we're going to
start
off with
something different.
Yes.
We're going to start off Laticando, Latinas Platicando.
Yes.
So I know we have a few things to discuss. Let's start off with a major issue, Obama. And the Nobel Peace Prize.
He just got, actually this morning, it was announced at 8 a.m. that he won the Nobel Peace Prize. And apparently, it was all over CNN. They announced, well, at 4 o'clock in the morning, they had announced that he was, they were considering him. And then at 8 o'clock, it was announced that he did get it.
I was watching the Today Show. He got a phone call or he was asleep.
He was asleep. And I guess they just said that they're going to give him the Nobel Peace Prize for, encouraging what he does in today's world and how he's a leader and how he's going to make a difference in our world.
What was the aspirational something prize? Sorry, I should have read this beforehand. But
yes, it was aspirational. Just because he's going to make a difference.
Okay. I know there's huge controversy over it.
There is. In fact, I was on Facebook earlier today. I wanted to see what a lot of Republicans were saying. And, they were talking about some Republicans that I'm friends with. They were upset that he got it because they were saying, what has he done today? What has he done since January when he started? Like, okay, he just is trying to do the economy and is trying to, do all this stuff, but why?
He has aspirations. In my humble opinion, I think he's gonna make a huge difference.
I agree.
They're giving him the Nobel Peace Prize before he actually does something. He has done a lot to make a difference. He's the president. As it is, he's making a difference. Just what he's doing and being that he is African American. So
yeah,
it's a very controversial topic. We shouldn't delve too much into it because...
And apparently he got his prize money. He doesn't even know what to do with it yet.
How much was it?
So I'm not too sure how much it was.
I think somebody was saying
million.
1.4
million. So it would be interesting to see if he, spends it on just himself.
Maybe he gives it to charity?
Or charity or his kids.
Oh.
He could maybe spend it on his kids.
He's the president.
He's the president.
I don't see why he needs the money. But another hot topic was the David Letterman.
David Letterman.
CBS.
How shocked were you? And it was so funny when I didn't know what was going on. And I was watching that episode because Kim Kardashian was going to be on. And apparently he started out, like his monologue, he started talking about it. And people were thinking it was a joke. They were laughing. If you look, and you can YouTube it, if you look, he was basically saying like if it was a joke, and people were like going along with it
as if it was nothing. I know. I saw it. I see everything on the Today Show. He started off talking as if it was nothing. He was saying it as if it was a story. And the funny part is that people were laughing when he was saying that he was being blackmailed, and that's so sad.
That is really sad.
But I mean, he's a comedian, so people don't care.
What's interesting is how he always blamed or how he always made fun of, for instance, Bill Clinton with the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal. Like he would always pick at, make fun of Bill Clinton, and now it's actually on himself.
It's turned on him.
It turned on him, so it's pretty interesting to see why.
So here's the big thing on that, the controversy is that he pretty much runs everything there. So they're saying they were his employees and he had no right to kind of push himself on them. I mean, nobody knows how it happened, but I think it's wrong. I mean, he's your boss. Of course, you're not going to be like, don't touch me, or
yes,
I don't want to go
and
out
that
with
brings
you,
up the line of where does being a boss and an employee, that fine line between, working relationships and how that affects it. But the thing is that he was not married when he did that. So does that make it a right to, because he is a man trying to find love. But at the same time, that's not the way to go.
I don't think he was trying to find love.
He was just messing
trying
around.
To find something.
Yeah.
Too bad it had to be with his coworkers.
Right.
On top of that, I know you were telling me earlier about the moon. And
the moon. I read an article in the New York Times today that we hit a bullseye. And I don't know exactly what they mean by we hit a bullseye. They shot 2 bullseyes and we hit it, but they didn't get any pictures on it. And so I think people are disappointed. Supposedly, they slammed into the bottom of a crater at 5,600 miles per hour.
Well, here's what I heard this morning. I was watching NBC or MSNBC, and they said they were looking for water on the moon. And supposedly they came up with these huge, elaborate pictures of what it was going to look like when it actually hit. And they were all still photos, and none of them looked like anything.
Right.
So, I don't know, not too much on that, but it's interesting. They're looking for water on the moon.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be reporting on there someday.
That would be so much fun, just reporting on the moon.
So that covers a little bit about
news.
what's going on in the news, a few of the topics. Now, the favorite part, I think, for both of us,
Right. TV. Recently, ABC, I'm an ABC girl, so I know ABC. Desperate Housewives and Brothers and Sisters came back. And
I'm a fan of Brothers and Sisters. Desperate Housewives, not so much.
Well, this Sunday, I don't know if you know about The Gardener. The Gardener, there is this, Gabrielle Solis, which is played by the lovely Eva Longoria Parker, she, back in season 1, had an affair with her gardener.
Oh.
And now they jumped 5 years later, so now the gardener's coming back. So on Sunday, I'm really excited to see what happens there.
Isn't she married?
She is married, and on season 1, they did that stereotype thing.
She's the scandalous Latina
Yes.
who's sleeping around,
Right.
sexy, blah, blah.
Right.
Typical.
But what they now that I like what they did because they totally transformed her and
they
made her a mom. Now she's a mom of 2 kids, and she's still her Gabrielle way. But it's really funny to see, how they do that, the transition between the sexy model having an affair and then they really trashed her down. So they gave her a bad haircut, and so, but it's really cool. And then, I don't know, Brothers and Sisters, I was moved by Sunday's episode.
I actually watched some of Brothers and Sisters. Well, my roommate does, so I'm forced to watch it. I know the main character, or one of the main characters, she's got cancer.
She just found out she has cancer. And I'm a really big fan of Sally Field. I grew up because my mom used to watch Gidget. So I was I always watched her. And I think Sally Field did a phenomenal performance when she found out that her daughter had cancer. And I was literally, I love when writers of a television show can write something that can just move you and make you cry. That's my one favorite thing that I love about television is the writers have that power to, bring that emotion in. And so my roommate was there when I was watching it. She just kept looking at me like, why are you crying? And I really enjoyed it.
A testament to how writing can make a big difference.
Right.
Whether it be in television or even news articles. I know I've read some pretty powerful news articles. So Modern Family, I'm a solid fan now.
Yeah.
I love it. I didn't get to see this past week.
Me
but
neither.
I did see the week before last. It was called Bicycle Thief. It was hilarious. I don't know if you watched it.
I did. I see a
bicycle.
Yes.
And, trying to teach his son a lesson. It was a cute episode. I don't like that new girl, that bimbo.
Oh, she's not a fan.
No. What are you doing? You're trying to steal a husband.
Right.
That's how I feel. She's trying to sneak her way in.
That's the writer's way of bringing conflict into the storyline.
You are a big TV fan.
I am.
It's the writer's way of doing it.
I am obsessed with it. But my roommate got into Cougar Town. I don't know if you guys have seen Cougar Town. She really enjoyed it, and I always told her, you gotta see Cougar Town. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. And she just got home from her lab, and so she turned on the TV, and she saw Cougar Town, and she was just like, wow, that she really liked Courtney. She said it was really, really funny.
It's a nice show. Yeah. I guess I like it. There's other shows, too. I mean, I feel like we're being biased with nothing but ABC.
But
right,
I don't know.
There's other shows. There's The Office.
There's The Office. Jim, I don't know if you are a fan of The Office.
No, but everywhere.
Yeah.
I didn't watch The Office.
But Jim and his newly wife, they got married last night.
That's okay. I won't even pretend I know. But yeah.
That's what happened last night on TV.
Well, that's a little bit on television.
Right.
So what else is going on? I know at Texas State exams just
exam week.
How did you do?